With the release of this brand new LEGO show, Rebuild the Galaxy, the galaxy is all mixed up along with the characters as well. There's people like Darth Ray, the Akabar Trooper, Beach Luke, Evil Bounty Hunter C-3PO, Darth Jar Jar, and so many more. Now LEGO has actually made a few sets to go along with this theme. The Dark Falcon, the TIE Fighter and X-Wing mashup, and of course, Jedi Bob Starfighter. Now, in this video we're going to build some figures from the show which LEGO has never made before. Let's start with the Sith. So here's the first Sith I made, which is Sith Kit Fisto, and this figure looks really awesome. I used Luke Skywalker's robes from The Mandalorian, a CMF figure's legs, and then just the regular Kit Fisto headpiece and the sand green hands. I gave him this red lightsaber with a black hilt, and I think this looks really accurate to the show. The Dark Kit Fisto actually has black lines instead of brown lines, but I wasn't going to go and change my Kit Fisto and repaint over him, so I think this figure is probably the best I could have done with my minifigure collection. Next Sith figure is the Hammerhead, also known as Rusty. And in the new Rebuild the Galaxy, they made him a Sith, which is really funny. So I took the hands and head from Rusty. Then I took the torso and legs from Darth Maul. And when you put it together, you got Sith Rusty. I really love the way this figure turned out, and I think it looks pretty accurate to the show as well. Now for a third and final Sith minifigure, and that is Rose Tico. So for her, I threw on a cape and some cool Sith attire with the Sith robe leg piece and a black Imperial Guard torso, which works really well. It's really great that we actually got good characters as bad guys. I think it makes it a little bit more funny as well, especially with that Darth Jar Jar. So let's move on to our Jedi now. First Jedi I had to make was Cad Bane as a Jedi. I thought this would be so cool. I really love how his hat changed from dark brown to tan. I think that's a cool detail that was put in the movie. So the head and breathing apparatus came from the Cad Bane from the Justifier. For the torso, I just used Obi-Wan's torso and then Qui-Gon Jinn's legs, and I think this figure turned out really well. Definitely, I think my favorite figure that I made from this series. And if LEGO were to make another figure from the show, definitely Jedi Cad Bane would be pretty high on my list. The next Jedi I'm going to make is a Geonosian Jedi, which we only saw for a short bit on screen, but I still think it's a really cool Jedi and I want to build it. So here's what the Geonosian Jedi looks like, and I think it's super accurate to what the movie shows. I just used Obi-Wan's torso and legs, and then I gave the figure dark tan hands, and I used the regular Geonosian head and wings, and I gave him a green lightsaber. I think this figure looks great, and it works out really well. I also love the idea of a Geonosian Jedi. This has to be canon, honestly. And for the other characters, I made hand mash with Greedo that was shown in the Rebuild Your Galaxy film. And this was just a super funny part in the series, so I decided to make it in LEGO. And this is really accurate to the show. And for our last and final figure, I did the Akabar Trooper. It's a trap! LEGO actually did make one in the Jedi Bob Starfighter, but I decided to make my own. I think it looks pretty good. I just put Admiral Akabar's head on a regular clone trooper body, and it looks pretty accurate to the movie. Let's recap. So overall, I created some really awesome figures that wouldn't have been made if the show hadn't come out. I think Star Wars Rebuild Your Galaxy is a great little show, and I definitely recommend watching it. Also, let me know down in the comments which one of these figures is your favorite that we made from the series. I'll catch you in the next one.